Episode 4 of Cursed. Our good guys actually gained some ground this episode. After some setbacks in episode 3, this episode we get to see Nimue get the sword back. We get to see Arthur break out, escape from being captured by the paladins. Merlin captures the Fey Fire. Morgana, she sets off out into the world. And we also learn that Pym is still alive and kind of gets engaged to the fishmonger. Yeah, that was kind of interesting. I'm actually a little interested with Pym, to see her come back in now, and she meets like the dashing Viking raider dude, and it seems like she's gonna just sneak off into the night and go with the raiders. So I'm kind of interested to see what happens with her storyline. We were just getting to the point where you kind of forgot about Pym. Assume that she died in the initial Paladin raid on the village that her and Nimue grew up in, but she's back now and maybe ready for her own adventure. So that should be kind of interesting. Back to Nimue. How about her getting that sword back and just going on a murder rampage? She's like doing some SEAL Team 6 stuff, like stealthily swimming through the water, popping out of the water, stabbing that guy in the neck. And then she gets that scene I think they've been using for a lot of the advertisements of her popping out of the water with the sword, slashing that dude's throat. Yeah, she just murdered a lot of dudes. And then Arthur came in, killed like one dude, and he's like, I saved your life. It's like, yeah, but Nimue killed like 10 dudes on her own. And then Arthur shows up and just kills one guy. And he's like, Arthur, I'm the hero. I'm the hero of the day. I saved your life. And that was kind of weird. And then from there we see Arthur, Nimue, and Amre go into the what I'm assuming is like sort of like the Fey sacred grounds type deal, and there was tons of Fey there. But the bad news for everybody there is the paladins are on your tail. The paladins are just murdering pretty much everyone they come into contact with. Like, I don't even think you have to be Fey at this point. Like, they'll just murder everybody till there's just paladins left. And it seems like the Weeping Monk is able to read all the hidden Fey signs. So I think they're headed directly there. So we could be looking at a little bit of a conflict right away here, which could be kind of exciting, but probably bad for a lot of Fey. Also had the rise of a new villain this episode. We saw Iris, and she's the one who turned in Alice, who was Nimue, back when she was hiding out as one of the sisters. And then like Morgana, Sister Igraine, she escapes. And then we cut back at the end of the episode to Iris essentially burning down the abbey and getting a red piece of cloth, draping it over herself. So like she's just making herself one of the paladins. She's the sister paladin now, and looks like she's out for a lot of murder. Like, she doesn't care. Like, if you even maybe saw a Fey once, heard a story about a Fey, Iris is gonna hunt you down, and you better look the F out. Yeah, I think that's about it for our, Merlin. I almost completely missed Merlin. Merlin, he does his invasion into Rugin's territory. We kind of get there's one little line like about Rugin being a Shadow Lord and Merlin being a Shadow Lord. And I thought that was kind of interesting because we already established right from the start that there's Dark Lords and then these magical Shadow Lords. And don't totally know what's going on there. And I hope we learn a little bit more, because that whole Rugin, his whole area, it was just super creepy. They were like rotting zombie plagued people, you know, had that one chick with the like plague doctor skull thing on her face that was just pretty creepy in general. And now he's on the hunt for Merlin, so we should get to see some more of him and his minions in the future. So just to catch up, Nimue got that sort of power back. Arthur just following Nimue around. Merlin, he has the Fey Fire, and he's on to whatever the next step of his plan is. And Morgana, she's escaped the abbey and out in the world. And we also know that she's a big Fey, like under the underground Fey supporter. She's helped set a bunch of that up. So we can probably expect Morgana to link up with Arthur and Nimue at some point. And yeah, Pym is just going to go off and be a Viking and just raid a bunch of stuff and destroy lots of stuff and hook up with that really cute Viking dude. Yeah, so that's it for episode 4. I'm going to hop back over for episode 5, and we will be back soon. See ya.